Happy Mother's Day, everyone. I hope you have enjoyed celebrating your amazing mamas. I loved getting to go on our Home Depot outing together, picking out flowers for your moms. You did a fabulous job. And speaking of flowers, today we are going to be reading a beautiful story called Zinnia's Flower Garden in our plants unit. Now, this story is written and illustrated by the same person, Monica Wellington. She is the author and the illustrator, which means that she wrote the words and drew the pictures. What is also amazing about the artwork in this book, we're going to keep an eye out for, is that much of the artwork was made from color copies of fabrics and photos, many of which were taken by Monica as she grew the flowers. So she herself is also a gardener who loves flowers. Spring is a beautiful season, friends, to see gorgeous colored flowers and plants, which is what we are learning about this month. So let's talk a little bit about the story elements before we start reading Zinnia's Flower Garden. Can you guess from the title page who our main character is? Will you point to her? There she is. That's right. It is Zinnia. Zinnia is our main character. Now, let's also think, where can we make a hypothesis, that's a guess, about where the setting of the story probably is? We can look at the picture on the front cover. We see lots of flowers and sunshine. She's got flowers in her hands. The title says Zinnia's Flower Garden, so I think the setting will be in the garden. So remember, the setting is where and when the story happens. So we know where the story will happen, in the garden, but we don't yet know when. So let's see if we can listen to our story and find out when this story takes place. And it might be more than one time. So we will see. Then we'll also summarize our story after we read, thinking of the main events, what happened in the beginning, what happened in the middle, and what happened at the end. All right, let's start. Zinnia's Flower Garden. There's Zinnia. Who does she have with her? Her kitty and her puppy. I wonder if they'll garden with her. Look, there they are again. Spring has arrived. There's our first clue. What season is it? Spring. That's right. Spring has arrived. So the first setting is spring. Zinnia is getting her garden ready for planting. She digs up the soil and turns it over with her shovel. She takes out stones and rakes the dirt smooth. The warm sun feels good as she works. Zinnia carefully plants many kinds of flower seeds in rows. She covers the seeds with dirt and pats it all down very gently. She sprinkles the ground with water. Let's see, what kinds of seeds is she planting? There's a clue in the illustration. Yes, sunflowers. We also see another seed packet here named Zinnia. So, Zinnia must also be the name of a flower. She's named after a flower. No wonder she loves gardening so much. Zinnia waits for the seeds to sprout. The seeds need the sun to shine, the rain to fall, and many days to pass. It is hard to wait so long for her seeds to grow. Friends, does it ever feel hard to wait? Man, sometimes it feels so hard to wait, but when we wait, good things come. Now, here Zinnia is learning what things plants need in order to live. And we talked about this in our last lesson. We said plants need sunlight, water, air, and soil. Every day, Zinnia checks her garden to see if anything has happened. Look, the first seedling is poking its way up through the dirt. Remember, a seedling is a baby plant. It's starting to grow. Now Zinnia's garden is full of green sprouts growing toward the sun. Little stems grow taller, little leaves get bigger, little roots burrow deeper into the earth. Wow, she's so happy. All of her waiting paid off. Zinnia takes care of her garden every day. When the sun is hot and the soil is dry, she waters her thirsty plants. She's giving them the water that they need to grow. She pulls up pesky weeds that try to crowd out her plants. She inspects them for greedy bugs. She measures how tall her strong and healthy plants are growing. Every day they get bigger and bigger. Look, they started as tiny seeds and now look how big they are. Wow. First thing in the morning, Zinnia runs out to check her garden. She is excited to see little buds growing on many of her plants. Remember, what do buds grow into? Flowers, that's right. I can't wait to see what flowers she has. And then at last she finds what she has been waiting for. The first flower. One bud has bloomed. How beautiful, and what a sweet smell. There are many more buds that will open soon. Look at her beautiful flower. The garden grows and grows with blossoming flowers. Zinnia paints, reads, and picnics among them. Oh, so she worked so hard and waited, and now she's getting to enjoy all of these beautiful flowers. Bees buzz. Zinnia's garden is her favorite place to be on these warm summer days. So we started in spring. And now it is summer. All right, so our setting has 2 seasons so far. Let's see if we find any more. Her flowers are abundant, and Zinnia cuts some to arrange into bouquets. The fragrant scents of the flowers swirl around her in the warm breeze. Look at all of these beautiful pictures of flowers that Zinnia has grown. I think the author took all of these pictures herself. How gorgeous. One hot summer day, Zinnia has a lemonade stand and puts up a sign, "Pick your own flowers." Customers come and gather bunches of flowers and drop money in her jar. Wow, how beautiful. In the autumn, there's another season in the autumn or the fall. As it gets colder, Zinnia picks the last flowers from her garden. She finds ripe seeds that have formed. They are ready to be collected. She will save them to plant next year. The winter days are short. The sun is dim and the ground is covered with snow. But Zinnia is already planning next year's garden. When spring comes, she will be ready to grow her very own flowers again. So it said the winter days are short. So the last season in our setting is winter. Look, we saw Zinnia go through all 4 seasons: spring, summer, fall, and winter. Wow, friends, what a beautiful story. I so enjoyed reading it with you. Now, next time, we'll look back at our story and summarize the major events and talk a little bit more about how flowers grow. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.